I almost quit my business the day a stranger changed everything. 3 years ago, I started selling desserts from home. I didn't have a shop, expensive equipment, or a big budget. All I had was a small kitchen, a few recipes, and a dream. Every morning, I checked my phone hoping for new orders. Most days, there was nothing. As the months passed, I started doubting myself. Friends suggested I find a stable job. Some relatives said businesses like mine never lasted. At first, I ignored them, but eventually their words got into my head. The harder I worked, the more discouraged I became. One rainy evening, I sat alone in my kitchen staring at the ingredients I had bought earlier that week. If I didn't sell them soon, they would go to waste. I remember thinking, maybe this is a sign that I should stop. Just then my phone buzzed. A customer had ordered 6 dessert cups. It wasn't a big order, but I was grateful. I quickly prepared everything and headed out for delivery. The rain grew heavier during the trip, and by the time I arrived, I was completely soaked. A middle-aged man opened the gate and smiled. "Thank you for delivering despite the weather," he said. The total was Philippine Peso 240. He handed me Philippine Peso 500. I counted the change and held it out. "Sir, you gave me too much." Instead of taking it, he pushed my hand back. "Keep it." I was surprised. "No, sir, it's too much." He smiled. "Trust me. Keep it." As I turned to leave, he called out, "How long have you been running this business?" "Almost a year," I replied. "Has it been difficult?" I laughed. "Very." He nodded and said something I'll never forget. "Most people quit right before things start getting better." Then he added, "Don't quit." That night, I couldn't stop thinking about those words. A complete stranger believed in my business more than I did, so I decided to keep going. Over the next few months, things improved. Customers began recommending my desserts. Orders became more frequent. Then one afternoon, I received a message from a woman I didn't know. She introduced herself as the daughter of the customer from that rainy night. My heart sank when she told me her father had passed away. Then she shared something that brought tears to my eyes. Her father had once owned a small business. Years ago, when he was struggling, someone encouraged him not to give up. After that, he made it a habit to support small businesses. She told me he kept a notebook filled with businesses he wanted to encourage. Mine was written inside. Beside my business name, he had written, "I think this one will make it." For a long time, I believed success came from money, talent, or luck. But that day, I learned something different. Sometimes, all it takes is one person believing in you when you're ready to stop. Believing in yourself.